Welcome along to another episode of TUI Transfer Talk, and backed for the summer by Vanarama, who are driving Fan TV across the summer. Head over to their pages to find out more exciting things. But after a few weeks of literally nothing, not even a peep from Saints on the transfer front, it seems like things are slightly picking up the pace for Saints for the transfers. Yesterday, a reporter, Stuart Armstrong, has opened talks with Ajax and maybe adding an extra million or two to that value, having played a fairly good game for Serbia, providing that goal for Mitrovic against Switzerland. And on the other side of that pitch, Shaqiri scoring that winner, who we've been massively linked with this summer. But I'm not here to talk about Shaqiri. Today, the Scottish media and your leading stations are reporting that Saints are ready to raid Celtic once again. Now, this is a story that we wrote about a few weeks ago, but nothing of true substance. But according to reports today, Saints have already agreed a fee for the Scottish international central midfielder, Stuart Armstrong. Now, these reports, they suggest that Saints are ready to pay around £7 million for the 26-year-old, which could rise further according to probably goals or appearances, and perhaps international appearances too, which are your usual contractual obligations. But of course, we were linked with Armstrong earlier this month, but nothing of true substance. But it looks like this could progress fairly quickly. The reports coming out of BBC Scotland and Sky Sports News, so your leading stations, as I say. But last season, Stuart Armstrong hampered by injuries. Now, if that's anything to go by, he might be keeping Charlie Austin company next season, if he doesn't stay fit, of course. But he managed 26 appearances for Celtic last year on their charge to almost invincibility in the Scottish Premiership, scoring 3 goals along the way. But the year before that, 17 goals from central midfield in Brendan Rodgers' first year in charge. Now, if he could replicate anywhere near that sort of form, then we could have made a really, really shrewd signing here. Of course, ifs and buts at this stage. Although he is a left-sided player, but it may not seem that he might be a direct replacement for Dusan Tadic, providing he will leave to Ajax. Celtic employed Armstrong in a deeper central position last season. Now, central midfield is probably the only area of the pitch that we don't need improvement. It's our strongest area of the pitch. I mean, who would you think that he might push out? Stephen Davis is pushing 33, 34. He might be leading the club captaincy, but I'm not sure he's going to get too many games off the bench next season if he's going to go with Lemina, Højbjerg, Romeu, Ward-Prowse. Where does Armstrong fit in that philosophy? Any Celtic fans out there, do let us know what we're getting from Stuart Armstrong. It seems like, as I say, this might move quite quickly this week, perhaps. I'm sure we'll find out in due course. But moving on to another story as well, coming out of today's papers, and naturally, seems like Fulham have tabled a bid for Matty Targett. They're reporting and they're suggesting £10 million to make his move permanent. Of course, played a massive part at Craven Cottage last season, played a big part in their promotion push, of course, and the fans really warmed to him. Natural left-sided player, and you'll see in our upcoming sort of summer Saints and Review videos that we want to keep Matty Targett, and I assume that, of course, he will have something planned in the first team next season. I'll be sad to see him go, because I'm sure he has a big future, and for me, probably the replacement for Ryan Bertram down the line somewhere. And a lot of people on social media already not renewing their season tickets because of our transfer policy, because of everything else that's happened over the last year or two. But if the recruitment team and the director of football allow Dusan Tadic and Targett to leave without direct replacements, then there will be big questions to answer. So those are reports coming out of today's papers. Let us know what you think of the Stuart Armstrong transfer and Targett to Fulham. Let me know in the comments below.